right, we are back with part two. If you missed the first part, we were discussing the first half of the songs in Hazbin Hotel. We went on much longer than I expected. It was about an hour. So here's probably another hour of power for part two discussion of the second half of the songs. Because good lord, do I have so much to say about Hell's Greatest Dad and how it did not have to exist. How much, like, if I could remove one song from this entire series, it's that song.
Same. It's not that it's a bad song, right?
That's debatable.
Like, okay, it's Jeremy Jordan. I'm biased, okay? I watched Tangled. Everybody here watch Tangled, and then come back and say that you liked it.
No! No!
Yes, Tangled is good. The series, not the movie.
I'll take your word for it on the series. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been interested and I wanted to see it. And the movie's also good. How dare you? Because without the movie, we wouldn't have the series.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Don't go and watch the movie and then come back and tell me it was good. No, watch the series and come back and tell me it was good.
Okay, but like, I might be heavily biased. You like it for Jeremy. I don't like it for Alastor.
Yeah, I like it on its own. Like, if it was taken out of the episode and just put on a CD, I'd be like, oh yeah, I like this. I can jam to this. I like it. It's just, like, the start is good. Well, no, the start is bad.
No,
Let me rephrase myself.
So awkward. It's so bad. That is like the worst start into a song for this entire series, dude.
Like, the build-up could have been better. Obviously, some songs can just start whenever. My Little Pony has proven that time and time again. Yeah. But, like, the setup was just not enough. You know, there could have been a tiny bit more hints to the setup of the song. Like, because immediately once he starts singing, the lyrics don't really make sense to the startup in general. So it's like, the build-up wasn't there. The build-up wasn't enough. But the start is still good. Like, the song starting up is good. All of Jeremy Jordan's lyrics, pitch, it's all good. He even has really good animation, which, not fair, because so far nobody else has had as good as animation as him. And he's doing good, he's doing really good, and then Alastor has to come in, and I'm like, oh no.
That's a pattern with Alastor. Every time he comes in, stepping over someone else's song, and they were just doing fine, and I agree. Jeremy's part, that was fun. It was fine. It was fun. I liked it. But Alastor comes in, oh, look at me. Look at me. I'm Alastor. Oh, look at me. I'm the radio demon.
I know.
Shut up. Shut up, you fucking attention whore. I do not care for him. I don't hate him as much as I hate, like, Stolas. That's a different kind of hate. But Alastor's so annoying.
He really is. Like, he's kind of lost all of his, like,
mystery and luster. Ugh.
Yeah, like, the parts of him that were, like, he was always kind of wacky in the pilot, you know, like, he was wacky, he was theatrical, and he was jazzy. Whereas in this one, he's like, you don't know who I am? And I know that's a serial killer thing, where, like, serial killers are like, you need to know who I am, because I'm important. And it's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah,
sit down.
Yeah. Be humble.
Yeah, be a little humble. And so I get, like, why Alastor is so, like, I don't understand. I get why Alastor is so gung-ho on everybody needing to know who he is, because he's like, I'm famous in hell. Why does no one remember me? Because you've been gone for 7 years.
Gone for 7 years, bitch. And radio is dead. Radio's a dead media for a reason. Medium.
Yeah. And it's like, when you're gone for 7 years, everyone's going to assume that you're dead. So, like, the only reason that they're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, there should have been some shock that he was back. Because, like, in my mind, if you're gone for that long, I'm like, well, I guess he's dead. And then all of a sudden you show up, I'm like, oh, you're alive. Okay. Whoopsies. Anyway.
My life, you ain't that important. You ain't. Yeah. You ain't it.
Yeah.
You ain't the it girl anymore.
Yeah, because, like, the shock of them being alive is like, oh, okay. But then you're like, well, you've been inactive for 7 years. So that makes me think that, like, you're not as powerful, or you're just not interested in what's going on. Like, I don't have to be interested in you because you're not interesting anymore. But, like,
whole feud, this song, we haven't seen Alastor build such a bond with Charlie this entire time. He's never really interacted with Charlie until this point.
Exactly. Like, he's throwing out lines of, like, "You're like the daughter that I wish I spawned," and I'm like, "Huh?" And
You
I'm like, I
never
get it. I get
wanted
that
a
he's only
kid.
saying these things to piss Lucifer off, but I'm like, "You've
What?
never met the man!"
Why?
Yeah.
Why is he trying to piss off literally the ruler of hell? Check
Yeah.
your place, sinner.
It's so weird that he's so pissed off with him as soon as he comes, like, you can see it. He's standing in the corner and Lucifer comes
Yeah.
in. He's like, "Charlie, my child," and Alistair's just got stank face, and I'm like, "Look,
Why do you
I don't
care?
know what the whole situation is. I know we're gonna find out in season 2 because they keep throwing Lilith in our face like
Ooh.
water balloons. Like, okay, cool, thank you. That's
Ooh.
enough. Stop waterboarding me with Lilith, please.
Oh.
So I get that Alistair's beef is technically with Lilith, but like, what did Lucifer do? He's just there.
He's just standing there. Why are you beefing with a short king?
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't get this. I don't get it. Maybe I don't. I don't know.
It
I
does.
don't know if we'll ever know because
It doesn't
I have
translate
no. I
well.
don't have much trust.
Yeah, me neither. And also, very nitpick, but also, why did Lucifer sing how check out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp? There's Yelp
Yeah.
in hell.
You know, it would have been really funny if like if the Yelp because you know how there's Satanists here on Earth, right?
Yeah.
It would have been funny if he had hinted more to that, like he did with the sacrificial lamb, where
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
then that
"Look,
would have been
look
clever.
how popular I am on Earth. Look at all the cool shit that I do. Look at him. Look, I even have a church dedicated to me. I'm so great." You know, like it would have been fun if he played more with like, "Oh, the things on Earth that make me popular." Blah blah blah.
He's offering champagne mountain no, champagne fountains,
Yeah,
caviar
caviar
mountains.
mountain.
I'll rig
Yeah.
the game for you because I'm the ref. Well, what game? She's just
Yeah.
asking to talk to heaven and you're like, "Oh, I don't want them to crush you, kiddo, but I can't do
Yeah.
that for you."
I feel like he's just saying all this stuff to like make Charlie like him. He's like, "Look what I can do! Look! I can do this for you. I can do this for you." You know, he's like trying to like, what is it like? I guess his love language is just like, "I can do anything you want me to do as
Giving.
long as you love me."
Yeah, gift giving is his love
Yeah,
language, and a little love bombing there. But like, dude, you're her dad. She just wants to talk to you. And as for Alastor, who's been here since day one? Not you. Who's been faithful
yeah,
as a nun? Definitely not you. Vaggie
yeah,
got a bitch at you to get you to do something, make you chuckle with an old timey pun. When was the last time you said anything funny?
yeah. He said one thing in the first episode where like, "I even tore some limbs," and I'm like, "That's not funny, but okay."
Pulled a few strings, pulled a few limbs. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Remember when I unclogged that toilet? I don't really see Alistair as the kind of guy who unclogged the toilet.
yeah. There's a lot, and it's like it's clear he's lying. You know, it's clear that he's lying, but then he says some stuff where I'm like, we didn't see any of that, so that falls flat as well. So the lying falls flat because it doesn't make sense. Him saying things that like we know are his characters because in the live streams, most of the things that Alistair did say is correct for his character. We just never saw it, so it falls flat.
Mm-hmm.
And like the part between him and Lucifer playing the piano and doing all that, I thought it was really funny because I don't know if the instruments changed or not, but I know that Alistair can play the violin. Yeah, he doesn't do that. He plays the piano.
That was a funny music back and forth. Damn, you can kind of see they want to be Hamilton cabinet battles so bad with these last pair up battle songs like Vox versus Alistair. Alistair versus Lucifer, Velvet versus Carmilla. Stop trying so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Cuz like even the part where Alistair and Lucifer get back on track to singing to Charlie, Alistair's part about find the path to least resistance or whatever. His little section of like helping Charlie out or whatever is so boring and so lackluster. And I'm like, come on, guy, you're in Broadway. Come on, give me more passion. Go louder, go wackier, go. And then you have Jeremy Jordan who's like, I got you. I didn't ask you to do that.
Your angelic power.
Yeah, like that was such a good line.
And then you want to bring up, oh, dude, forget your birth family. Found family right here. You know, I would have liked some found family elements from this series, but it's going way too fast and no one's really connected to each other. I can't tell you how Nifty would interact with anyone else aside from Alastor or even Husk.
Yeah. Nifty doesn't even really interact with anybody, and it's so disappointing.
That's the problem. You want to call this a found family? No one even talks to each other, and I'm glad. You know, I'm glad Mimsy came in and interrupted them, because who knows how long those two would have kept going.
I know, right? The song is good. Like, I like the song. It's just Alastor that kind of ruins it. I'm like, Jeremy Jordan's doing his job. You know, he's always doing his job. He's great. And, like, the lyrics specifically for Lucifer are really good, too, because they make sense, except for maybe some stuff, but, you know, that's cartoons for you. You just have to throw out logic sometimes. But it's like, it's just Alastor, and I don't know if it's just because of the voice actor,
I think it's just because every time notice how, like, there's 8 episodes. Alastor is in 6, and I've noticed, like, Alastor is nowhere to be seen in episode 4, and he's also nowhere in, like, when they went to heaven. I want to say that's episode 6. So he's not in episode 4 or 6. Notice how the show's pacing and focus gets much tighter when Alastor, no one even mentions him. He's nowhere on screen. He's not mentioned at all. He's not even in the background. He's just not there. And I'm sorry, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I'm sorry, Alastor fans. You can still like your fake dear boy. You can still like your dear boy. I'm not taking that away from you. But his constant presence is an actual, like, detribution to the show.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to even go drag it down further, if not execute it properly for season 2, and because we know the whole him and Lilith connection is going to come, and therefore he's going to get even more screen time, and it's going to drive me even more crazier.
I just don't know what happened. Like, Alastor used to be my favorite, man, and now I'm like, I just want him to be quiet and not say anything.
What happens when the fan favorite takes over to the point where he gets more of a character spotlight in interviews than Charlie? Well, I'm over here like, I thought this was a female-focused show. I thought Charlie was the main character.
Yeah, I was like, the top 3 characters technically should have just been Charlie, Angel, and Alastor, because it makes sense for the things that they're doing. But no, that's not what happens. Like, even though Alastor isn't in most of the episodes, like, he still, like, seems to be front runner. They seem to be throwing shit at him all the time. Every time he comes on screen, he has something to say or something to hint at, and it's just like, be quiet.
Like, his voice actor is definitely making his paper. I won't lie about that. He getting his bag.
Mm-hmm. It's just weird sometimes, because I don't know. I'm like, all this mystery that you keep throwing at him doesn't feel like mystery anymore. You keep bringing it up every time he's on screen, and it's like,
such an attention whore.
Yeah, and I'm like, I already know. I know what the mystery is. Enough. I don't want any more. Give mystery to somebody else.
Yeah, at this point, Nifty's far more mysterious than he is.
Yeah.
And interesting. But, okay, enough of making veal. No, that's cows. Venison! We were making venison out of him. Done with my venison. Moving on to More Than Anything, which I will say had a great build up to it. And the first part of it is really, really fucking pretty, dude. When he goes into Hug Charlie, I'll treasure and adore you more than anything. Oh, something in my brain when he sings that lyric. Oh, that's so beautiful.
I know. I love the song. I love the build up, or the little bit of the build up. The part before it really pissed me off.
Now what pissed you off?
The part where she's like, "How can Alastor uh believe in me more than my own dad?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?"
He's eating your people in front of you.
Yeah,
Miss my people.
yeah, I don't know. She's like, he's doing it in a way that like is a bit much, but I'm like, no, we didn't see it on screen. I genuinely feel you forgot the pilot, Charlie, because remember he came in here saying that he wants to watch people fail. He doesn't believe in nothing. He's just defending the hotel so it doesn't fall apart and he's forced to fix it.
He's taking over Vaggie's job of protector, even though Vaggie could have done it. Let's see her fight.
Yeah, let's see Vaggie fight. That was her whole thing. That's her job.
Yeah, but nah, letting
Yeah.
Alastor do it. Whatever. But
Yeah.
the song is really sweet. I still don't buy that these two who are so similar somehow lost touch. Maybe like Charlie said, they don't talk. They didn't talk as much after like their parent the splitting of Lilith and Lucifer. But bro, y'all so similar. How could you ever like lose touch? And you were so enthralled by his dreams. Was how much of a rift did Lilith like cause? And
I
okay,
know.
what are these dreams Lucifer keeps bringing up? He's like, I don't want you to get crushed by heaven. And when it comes to dreams, they didn't listen to my dreams. What was your dreams? Giving
Yeah,
everyone
what are
dust?
these dreams? Yeah.
I mean, if it was a dream that would have caused like damage and anguish, I'm kind of agreeing on their side.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, there needs to be a little more hinting to what it was exactly that that got Lucifer in trouble. Because like the book makes it sound like he got kicked out because of his dreams, but no, he got kicked out because he and Lilith gave the apple to Eve. So it's like whatever he did in heaven, they were like, no, we don't want you to do what you're doing, but you can stay here if you want. And he's like, well, I'm bored. I'm gonna go bang the Earth chick downstairs and be right back.
Like if they wanted to go with the whole elders of heaven versus the younger generation of like with him and Michael, that would have been cool. Of like again young versus old generation of how they deal with things, and if they didn't care for Lucifer's young hip ideas, cool. I
Yeah.
just wish it wasn't so vague.
Yeah. It's a little too vague really to really drive home the message of like of why Lucifer is scared of losing Charlie, because it's like he's singing to her and he's like, you see the angel weapons pointed at her and it's like, okay, so we understand that Charlie's idea is like a little bit more out there than your own ideas were, but if this is your first thought, it makes me think, so like did heaven try to beat you up because they didn't like your ideas, or did they turn on you because you fed an apple to another one of their humans? Like,
Were they threatening you, or
yeah,
did you
like make it
actually
make
did a
sense. Why are
no?
you scared for Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I get it. That's his one and only child, but it's not like he's done much. I don't know how long they've been separated, and if that has anything to do with Lilith's disappearance for 7 years. Like, if she was really the one behind it, then hey, she's not around anymore. So, hey, Dad, you want to go grab lunch? Come on.
Yeah.
He obviously still loves her, and she has love for him. So the whole daddy issues. It's not daddy issues. It's communication issues.
Yeah. I talked about this a little while ago. I was like, where I don't understand the hate that comes from Charlie towards Lucifer, because like, in the flashback, it makes it seem like, oh, they love each other, they're hanging out. The photos show that they're a happy family when they're little.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, oh, it's Lilith, she's keeping Charlie away from Lucifer, and I'm like, then why are there portraits of them hanging out? Like, it's like the imagery that's happening during the song shows that Lucifer is working. He's like working on something in his little study area, and Charlie's in her pajamas. So it's clearly bedtime, so maybe Lilith just came in there and was like, "Hey, get your ass back in bed. Your dad alone. He's busy." Like, we don't know, obviously, but that's just my
Yeah.
interpretation of it. And then, And then it gets kind of weird too, because in the first episode, Lucifer calls her and she gets so excited. Like, yeah, she's nervous to answer the phone or whatever, but she gets so excited about him telling her that she needs to go to the meeting for him. And then when she has to call him, she's just so mean the whole time.
It's like he's excited to come over. Like,
Yeah.
y'all, the rift is just so forced.
Yeah, because then she gets pissed off too, because she's like, I told you I'm running the hotel. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, it's been basically 5 months. I don't know how long she's been in the hotel. Obviously, she's had it a little bit longer than 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, like, if Alastor can disappear for 7 years and that's just fine, fine and dandy, no one thinks anything is up with that, then of course Lucifer's gonna be like, oh, I have no idea what my daughter's doing, like, she's fine. I mean, she calls every once in a while that tells me she's alive, so I'm good.
Have her run errands for me. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I wonder if he just calls her for her to do errands just to see, like, if she's okay.
Oh, that'd be
Like, that's
sweet.
his way of saying, hey, just checking to make sure you're not dead. Because she's so hostile towards him sometimes, and it makes me think, like, oh, maybe he's got it in his head that if he leaves her alone, she won't be so hostile towards him, not realizing that, like, that's the opposite of what she wants.
Or in a way of keeping her safe, he has to keep his distance.
Yeah, there's a bunch of reasons, and it bothers me so much that, like, we'll never really know what it was, because it gets resolved super fast, like, just one song and they're done.
Yeah, even though this song, it had a narrative purpose, but it resolved an issue that was introduced same episode.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly what you said. Like, it came in really good. It introduced some stuff, but it also fixed something that just happened. For us, it just happened. Obviously, for Charlie and Lucifer, this has been an ongoing thing for them, but we didn't know that. I mean, we did, but we didn't get to experience it.
We didn't get to further explore her daddy issues, if you could
I
even
hate that
call
they
it.
keep calling that. Like,
Every
he's not a
character,
bad dad.
every character in the Hellverse has daddy issues, and it's honestly annoying.
Yeah, they keep. I don't like when they keep saying that to her, and I'm like, her father is like, they don't have, like, that's not daddy issues, sir. You need to relearn the definition, because that's not what that looks like.
Nope. But for the next song of the next episode, where Charlie and Vaggie get to go to heaven, I don't really care for it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's quick. It's world buildy-ish. It served a purpose. Welcome to Heaven was okay. I didn't care for all that.
Yeah. Welcome to Heaven is kind of like Happy Day in Hell. It's just faster.
Yes.
Which is fine, like, this is supposed to be Heaven's introduction song, so. But yeah, the visuals were kind of lacking, and I mean, the lyrics were good. The song in general was good. I sometimes listen to it on repeat sometimes. Because I'm like, it's kind of catchy.
I like that it's brief and short, and Emily has a quick part of like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you guys get to come up here and visit. You're gonna love it up here. And Sarah's like, yeah, but it's only temporary. Wish you could stay longer. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the, like, undertones of their dynamic and how they are as characters.
Yeah, it really builds or like hints, foreshadows towards something of like Emily's very more open about sinners coming up here, and while Sarah's like, skeptical, but I'll put on a front for now. Good. So good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an okay song. Very quick. I like that it was quick. Heaven looked pretty. It's just a pastel, cleaned up hell.
It's just a mall. It's just an outdoor mall.
They just use a lot of aesthetics without really going into too much research as to what the heck is doing. Upper class, very ritzy, rich, clean area versus the slums of hell, which is dirty and grimy and kind of, it's giving lower class.
Yeah, I would just wish it wasn't, like, so city looking. Because we already have cities. We have cities in hell, so it'd have been cool if, like, they did, like, a Greek theme or something.
I'd prefer it to be like a village, since, like, they say it takes a village. That'd be
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
More community and camaraderie.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Very old ways, showcasing that, like, see, heaven is so set in their old ways that everyone still lives in, like, these huts. I mean, it's nice up here, and everyone is still enjoying their lives, but it's like old-fashioned
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah, that could work too, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know. She was right, Sarah. I can't get the
Uh,
remixes and the memes out of my head. They're so good. uh, narrative purpose, yes, but rushed, also yes. Revealing like three big shockers on top of each other. Emily not knowing about the exterminations, Sarah having been behind it, and Adam self snitching. And oh my gosh, Vaggie's an angel, dun dun dun, and like, oh, no one knows what it actually takes to get into heaven.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's too much. And I know the song is trying to incorporate everything that was built up because Vaggie is an angel thing. They built it up in the beginning of the episode. Emily not knowing about the exterminations also built up because Sarah and Adam have that little meeting together and Emily is not involved. And like nobody knowing how people get into heaven. Yeah, nobody knowing how people actually get into heaven because obviously we've known this for quite a while. I mean, look at Adam and look at Luke. Like these are two people that are like that doesn't make sense.
My theory with the exorcists, are they heaven-borns, or are they like people who die and they're in heaven and it's like, oh, you get to be an exterminator? Because my thought process is, why would someone who died and got to be in heaven, why would they readily be a part of an army that kills other people, but they're just in hell? That doesn't seem humane to me.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing as well. I keep seeing people going like, is Vaggie was she born in heaven or da 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 da? And I'm like, we don't.
We don't
I
know.
don't know.
Because the wings the exorcists have are different than the wings all the other people up in heaven have. And if
Yeah.
there's hellborns and people that can die and go to hell, then by that contrast, there can be people born in heaven.
Yeah. And it gets kind of confusing too because we know that Hellborns and sinners have different blood colors when they die. So sinners have red blood, which I think is really silly. I wish they had like white blood, soul color, or I don't know what the color of a soul is, but normally
Magenta.
in TV it's white. But we know that like Hellborn citizens, like they bleed black, so that makes sense. However, when Adam gets stabbed, he's bleeding gold, and it's like you were not born an angel. You were a human who died and became an angel, so your blood color needs to be different than the exorcist. There needs to be some way to tell the difference between a winner and an angel.
Thank you. And a sinner and a hellborn.
Yeah.
But this song, I like the front half of it. With the lyric, "If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie." Where
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't. Well, on one hand, I've seen people try to explain it that like, oh, if heaven is like lying about hell being forever, and since heaven is not completely figured out, then heaven must be lying. It's just the jump to conclusion of hell isn't forever, so therefore heaven is a lie.
Hell is forever. It makes sense that hell is forever.
Yeah.
You did bad things, so you're in hell. That's why you're in hell. That's why it's gonna be forever while you're there. Sure.
I love how Vaggie had one lyric in this whole thing of easy Charlie, keep a cool head, and then Charlie's like, no, and it's like Vaggie disappears until the very, very end of the song.
Yep.
She's nowhere.
The song is just kind of messy. Like it's a good song. It makes sense. It's doing its job. It's being the narrator. It's just there's just too much and then there's too many things contradicting itself like like the whole uh hell is forever, heaven must be a lie. Like, no. If you break it down instead of trying to think about it the way that they're thinking about it, heaven and hell are forever because, one, you're not alive anymore. You're dead. You're basically just a soul floating in these two little areas. So it's eternity. It will always be eternity. The only problem is getting the damned soul to heaven to stay there for all eternity, because heaven is still good. Hell is still bad. Those things have not changed. I know people are going to be like, oh, heaven is bad because of it. I'm like, the hierarchy is bad. Okay?
Yep.
So far, we don't really know what exactly about heaven is bad. They don't know what gets you into heaven. So they don't know. They don't have rules to influx on people. They only know that when a soul arrives, they have no control over humans on Earth, or who manages to get to the pearly gates and who manages to get to the fiery gates. Like, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That heaven is just stupid. They don't know.
And with Sarah's like lines about like telling Charlie like there's a lot more than that, it's a lot more complicated than that, like, oh, but there's a lot you don't know. It's like, obviously Sarah making the decision of the extermination was not an easy choice for her, which makes her like an interesting like antagonist or villain for the series. And she did it just to keep heaven and the winners safe, because she didn't want them to like, hurt the ways of heaven. And that's, from her perspective, valid, but like, in by doing so she's murdering possibly a lot of innocent souls to do so, and it's a sacrifice she was unfortunately willing and had to make, and she kept that burden away from Emily so she wouldn't have to like witness it. And since Emily's job is to keep everyone happy, and it's like, we gotta keep everyone happy.
Yeah,
which makes her interesting.
It's so funny though that they I know we keep getting off topic because this is supposed to be about the song, but it's so silly to me that in the song or it's not the song part, but Emily goes, yeah, why is he not here? And it's like, because he's dead. Because he was judged and he did bad. So he's in hell because he did bad when he was alive. This is his punishment. This is where he will be. Just because he's doing nice shit in hell doesn't mean he's just gonna get bumped up to heaven just for being nice. Like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, but like Charlie combats that with the whole people can deserve a second chance if they like willing to try, and like, well, he's doing better now, and in his second quote unquote afterlife, it's like, come on guys, reconsider.
Yeah,
People can
that part
change.
makes sense for me, where it's like, well, once they die and it's all set in stone, but we can change that stone because they are changing. Like, look, they're changing. So maybe you can make an exception for the ones who are changing and not for the ones that are supposed to be there. It's just the way that Emily phrased it. Like, they're watching Angel be good, and she's just like, huh, I wonder why he's not here. And I'm like, gee, Emily, I wonder why. Maybe because he was a mafia boss when he was alive.
That they never said that in the show. That's not canon yet.
I know too much outside information.
It's conflicting, but he definitely did something bad, and that dropped him here.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So her saying that really pissed me off, because I'm like, Emily, wake up! You know damn well why he's in hell. He did something bad when he was alive.
I don't know. Well, like, yeah, like Lute says, like, what are, oh my gosh, I love Lute in Adam's parts in this song. Like, what are we even talking about?
I know, right?
It's gold. That's a great delivery. But I think at this point, we're pretty much done talking about You Didn't Know, and just 4 more songs.
Oh my god, 4 more? Jesus Christ. How many more are there?
Just Out for Love, Ready for This, More Than Anything, the little reprise in the finale.
Okay.
I think it'll be a little bit quicker, because, alright. So, next song is Out for Love.
Mm-hmm.
I get the goal, what they wanted to do for the song. It would have worked if Vaggie had more of a character beyond everything I do for Charlie. Just Charlie.
Yeah.
Just Charlie. Just Charlie. This song is repetitive as hell. It's basically just confirming. It's just validating. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do it for love. She's never been out for vengeance. She's never wanted nothing for herself. She's literally out here like asking Carmilla for help because of Charlie for Charlie. So I like Carmilla singing. I wish this was an actual duet between the both of them.
Yeah.
I wish the camera wasn't shaking and convulsing all around because Carmilla already does her own really cool visuals of acrobatics around the place. But Jesus Christ, I get so motion sick seeing the music video.
Yeah. Like, the song is really good on its own, like, without the visuals and, like, ignoring the Charlie and Vaggie part. It's just everything else that you just said, yeah.
I just think
Because
the
I
phrase
like,
"out for love" is stupid.
yeah, that's a weird way of phrasing it. Like, I like the difference in musical tone, because obviously we're getting, like, Spanish guitar a little bit more, but it is still kind of pop in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a good song, but yeah, the visuals are kind of crazy, because I'm like, slow down. Let's enjoy, like, the sharp movement she's doing, but they keep, they're bouncing all over the place. And it's kind of disappointing that Vaggie doesn't, like, get in on the song, like, she doesn't
Right.
start singing along with her, or really doing anything. Like, she's just watching Carmilla dance around her, and I'm like, you could be, like, getting in on this, like, trying to get after her, because she keeps, it's like, Vaggie, you don't know what you're doing, da 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 da, and I'm like, while Carmilla is backflipping all over the place and dancing and going crazy, Vaggie could be, like, running left and right trying to get after her or trying to keep up with her, showing that, like, Vaggie's a little rusty or she's not used to this style of fighting, instead of, the weird thing where, Vaggie, I guess
Stand
I guess
there.
she stands at her, or did Vaggie even hit her? Like,
She didn't really make contact, but like at the end, she was getting better at being defensive, and like I will say, I do like it before the song started how Carmilla pointed out how angels think they're invincible, so they fight recklessly. So they don't really have defenses up, and they don't fight with armor. So you gotta learn to be more defensive.
yeah,
It's like, oh, how did you know I was used to be that I was an angel? You have a giant fucking X on your eye. It's not that obvious. It's
yeah.
not too hard.
And I'm so confused by that. You think Vaggie would try to hide the fact that she's an angel, but she just immediately goes, "Oh yeah, this big floaty X thingy that just magically sticks to my hair. Yeah, I'll wear that. I'll put that on. Huh?
That
I'm
X
not an
doesn't
angel."
make any sense. Like, since the X is usually over their masks, so whatever. No, I'm sorry, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish it was more of a duet. Why the fuck did Vaggie get her wings back at the end if she's always been out for love? Now she's really out for love, like harder. Ugh.
Yeah. Again with the contradicting. Ugh. We have something shown to us, and then all of a sudden we have these songs happen, and they are like, "Nope, that's not right. This is what was right." But just 2 episodes ago, nope, that was a lie. That was
Nope,
wrong.
nope, nope. Backtracking, hella backtracking and repetition again.
Like, this doesn't make
Mm,
sense.
I love it. I wish she could have had a chance to like sing about how she feels about Charlie. Like we already know, but that would have been nice too. Since again, the parallel with her and Carmilla fighting to protect someone that they love, and vocalize that. So while Vaggie is getting her ass kicked, during her little session, Charlie gets to put on a parade.
Uh, I I can't stand that song, man.
You don't like ready for this?
No, man. There's too much happening where I'm like, nope, I don't like this. And I don't know if it's just because, like, the stupid shit that's going on around them, or it's the fact that Rosie's involved, or I'm like, this is too much. I don't like this.
I kind of like it as a prep of like rallying the troops song. That's a Like, that's what the purpose of it is, and it does move the story along with getting all of Campbelltown and recruiting them. And it's like, oh, this is exciting. We're all gonna fight some angels. And Charlie finally, freaking finally, stepping up to be a leader. Go, like, use your crown and authority. Like, I like that, and I really hope it still grows with her, actually using the title of princess.
Yeah. I guess. I sometimes I've just been skipping the song because I'm like, I don't like that. And it's so weird because it's everything that I kind of want, where it's like everybody is interacting with the song. There's somewhat of a musical number. There's plot progression. There's everything I could want in this song, but I'm like, nope, I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. I'm like, there's something off about it, and I don't trust it.
Yay, all right, Angelica Schuyler, you're never satisfied.
Nope.
Satisfied.
I'm a bougie bitch. I'm very picky.
I think Rosie and Alastor's little bits in it is okay. Some self-awareness of, they're a little like, the cannibals look a little killery. I'm like, that's kind of what you need, because you need them to fight the angels. And again, the whole deal with them getting to eat angels.
Yeah. Which, I don't... Did they even do that? I don't think I saw it, many of them doing that.
I saw some in the background chomping on some angels.
I feel like that should have hurt them.
Like eating an angel?
Yeah.
Huh, how so?
Because, like, if they're... This is off the theory if they are born angels, like...
Mm-hmm.
They're made or whatever. If these are 100% biological angels, then, like, I feel like eating one would, like, burn you alive, because that's just, like, holy essence being shoved into a demonic soul. Like, that shouldn't go down right.
Maybe it's spicy, and since most of Campbelltown is just used to the same tastes, they get a little spice.
I don't know, man. I'd be too scared. I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna do to me. I'm a demon, damn it. No. Nope.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's a lyric issue, but when they sing like her daddy, she is madly powerful. They don't say powerful. They say powerful.
Yeah.
Just to rhyme it with hell.
Yeah. Yeah, the rhyming for this song is a little all over the place.
You know what? It's okay. It's a fine howdy do.
Yeah.
The more than anything reprise that Charlie and Vaggie share. I don't know, because
it's so weird.
Because I'm not invested in their relationship, and because we don't see much of Charlie being as, yeah, she's kissed Vaggie on the cheek here and there, and like she gets cradled in her arms.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
And
I
plus,
get what they were going for.
Song that Charlie and her dad sang to each other, like, Vaggie, no, do not sing that song.
That's just a weird thing for her to reprise.
Yeah, I'm like, no, put that back. Stop that. Stop. That's what my dad sang to me. You're not gonna stop it.
I mean, I get what they were going for, of like, you're the love of my life, and no matter what happens in the end, like, I'll still, even if it's just us, I'll still be there with you, and like, that's sweet in concept.
Yeah.
I just don't have much to say. I mean, it's a very, very short song. They use some of the other instrumentals, but it's a lot softer.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, it gets the message across, I guess, so I can't be too mad at it.
Now that brings us to the final song, the finale. So, Serpentius sacrificed himself. It's a wrap up. They're all sad. But Lucifer, Dad, I changed your mind. I could still do the hotel. Yeah, let's rebuild the hotel. And let's Lucifer using so much magic, and like, haha, I make it a lot easier for you guys, because haha, it's easy when it's me around. I can solve all the problems. And then, oh wow. I believe Charlie still wants to go through with the hotel.
No, like, if it were me, and after the war and all that, I'd have been like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. This was stupid.
Like,
Like,
I'm the reason Serpentius died. That's blood on
yeah.
my hands.
And a good chunk of cannibals died too. Like,
Oh yeah, a lot of people got really badly hurt.
yeah. And I'd also be like, I don't think heaven is gonna like that I did this. I don't think they're gonna enjoy the fact that I just murdered Adam and a bunch of their angels. Like, this is the opposite of the message I was trying to send.
Like the lyric, this bloodshed could have been avoided if I convinced heaven to work together. You tried that, and obviously that wasn't gonna work. So the bloodshed was gonna happen regardless, whether it was at the hotel or throughout all of hell, and then continuing the usual amount of bloodshed.
Yeah.
Charlie's just being really hard on herself, like rightfully so, but everyone else trying to cheer her up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Just kind of unearned since we didn't really get to see any of their progress or relationships on screen, so
Like, your story's just begun. You can't quit now. Hell, you owe it. There's still damage to be undone. Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point the story is just getting started. At the end.
even though we're freaking 6 months in.
6 months, 8 episodes, 11 years. Was it worth it?
No, not really. Like, I had a good time, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
I don't feel like the build-up was worth it.
It leaves me wanting more, which, yay, season 2, but it left me hollow. I'm filling up my glass, but it's always hollow, I'm the good in souls gone bad.
Yeah.
Oh, she did it!
Mm.
I mean, she found angel dust and tried to help Serpentius. They have some good in them, but, like, we didn't get to see their progression with each other on screen.
Yeah. It's just, I wish there was more. And I know people are, yeah, I wish there was more, and I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get season 2 that's gonna explain it, everything. Yeah, sure, it's gonna explain things, but it's not gonna give me the character development, the the interactions, the stuff that we did not see on screen. It's not gonna give me that. None of season 2 isn't gonna give me any of that back.
That's not really season 2's job, especially with how season 1 wrapped up. I swear, when it comes to the shows from Hazbin and Helva, if you have to pull out so many ass pull excuses like, oh, but the later season's this, or oh, and if you look over at the wikis, the live stream that tells me that the writing is very poor and it's not as strong if you have to look up cliff notes and outside source material to understand what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Straight up. Just straight up.
Yeah. And I feel bad for the newer people who are coming in and like have no idea that any of this exists, cuz they're coming into the fandom spaces and they're like, "Oh, this and this and this." And then someone's like, "No, this. Here's the entire encyclopedia of this entire show 10 years before it actually came out." And the poor little fan is like, "What? Where was all this?"
Yeah, this show really does know its audience, and its audience are people who've stuck around for 5+ years since the development of the show. So it's not really narrative and story-wise, not really kind to brand new people. Like, I'm looking at this from just a new perspective and just from what I know from Hell of a Boss. Yeah, there's times where I get confused and I'm like, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
Even though I like the part where the V's, like 2/3 of the V's singing, again, lyrically, narratively, it makes no sense because Vox is singing after the battle, masterless cattle, overlords hanging by a thread. What overlords, plural?
Yeah.
It was a hotel. No one else was affected by this battle, so I don't know why they think that, hey, now that this happened, we can take over the rest of hell, and Alastor's missing. Nope, no, he's not. Comes
No,
back.
he's not.
No, he's not. What? Like,
That part can.
Vacuum?
Yeah, I think it's so funny that he just assumes that Alastor's dead, and I'm like, dude, no. Like, we have established that he can disappear for 7 years and be just fine. Like, wake up. That's not what's happening. Plus, he shows up right then and there.
Hmm.
And we never get to see, like, if Vox ever saw him come back.
Could you imagine if they have stayed gone 2.0?
I bet you they will. I bet you there'll be a version of it.
Ah, stay goner. Well, why is hell pissing? The rest of hell isn't pissing. All of hell is like rejoicing and cheering because the extermination was canceled. They feel safe to go outside right now, and no other overlords were affected. So I don't know how they think this is a power vacuum for them and the V's. Also, I'm a little pissy that Velvet didn't get to sing. Little Miss, me and the boys got something cooking up.
Yeah, what the hell?
How do you feel about Alastor's verse through this?
Oh, it was weird. Like, it wasn't bad or anything. It's just like the tone is crazy off. But
Right? Everything else was so cheery and upbeat. And once again, here comes Alastor licking his wounds, being an attention whore once again.
yeah,
Oh man, I almost died, but haha, they thought I was gone, but no, I'm back. I'll be free, and then I'll be the one pulling all the strings.
yeah, it was. I'm like, he's just repeating what he's always said. Like, we already knew this. We already knew that you got something cooking. You've been cooking for a while. Okay, enough. I don't care. Like, shut up.
Shut up! Unclip your wings. You want to find a way out of your deal. The Lilith connections is so strong in this one. It leaves no mystery to try to figure out, what's happening. So whatever. I didn't want to Scooby Doo to this shit anyway.
I know they're really determined on waterboarding us with Lilith, and I'm like, enough. I don't care. I don't care.
At least in like the finale, everyone gets to like sing along. Even Cherry, who's not interested in redemption, but like is helping out anyway, because I guess. Well, my friend Angel is here. Oh my gosh, what if she joins the cast? What if she stays at the hotel?
She probably will. Because
Oh.
I saw something the other day for the season 2 stuff behind the scenes, and uh Cherry's voice actor was there doing
Oh.
voice recording.
Ah.
I was like, oh, I know she's gonna be in season 2 regardless, but I'm like, I bet you she's gonna be like all up in the hotel.
Oh, that's great. Uh, I will say though, I did enjoy how in the end it came full circle with the first song, Happy Day in Hell. So it's like the finale, but also blended in a bit of a reprise of everyone singing how it's gonna be a happy day in hell.
Yeah, I like that too.
Uh,
I'm the worst headache right now.
those are all the songs. I mean, even the ones
Yay.
I like, they serve no narrative purpose. They're clunky. Some of them are just bops to just listen to and not think about, but the rest are it's it was not musical. It was not giving musical to me because listening to the songs in isolation, even if you do it per episode, it makes sense per episode. But even then, you gotta stitch some stuff along. Like you wouldn't call Phineas and Ferb a musical show. They
No.
have a song every episode, but it's like it just serves a regular purpose of any other half hour, 11-minute show song would.
Yeah.
Quick spectacles, and that's what a lot of the songs are. Spectacles. Majority of it is just junk food. I'm not getting anything nutritious out of it. I'm not learning anything. It's not good for me, but man, I can't resist another chip.
Yeah. But that's it, alright?
But yeah, that's all the songs. All 38 minutes and 53 seconds.
Oh, thank God.
Do you have any final thoughts about them?
Not really. Nothing that I've not already said before. Like, they're good songs, everyone did really well. There's just some small things here and there that I just didn't vibe with, and then there are some songs that just like, didn't resonate with me that the way they did with other people, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Music is subjective, obviously.
Mhm.
If anybody who watches regular show knows. Music can touch you, but you can't touch music.
Oh, barf. And hey, as an Imagine Dragons stan, as someone who loves Ride or Die for Imagine Dragons, I get it. Not a song, a band, it's not gonna be for everyone. I get it. And hey, if the music touched you, y'all, that's cool. It didn't touch a lot of everyone else, but like Tell us how it touched you. That'll be interesting. Just share your thoughts. I'm sorry, Alastor fans. Your boy ain't shit.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to like him so bad.
I wanted to like him from the pilot, but I can't stand it.
I'm telling you, man, as soon as they replace Bosco with this guy, I'm like, it's not going to be good. And I wanted to be very clear, like, I don't hate the voice actor. I've seen him in other shows, and he does really well. He just isn't bringing the level of wackiness that Bosco had. And that's what I keep telling everybody every so often. I'm like, voice actors and Broadway performers are not the same thing. Like, there are two different styles of speaking and acting. And I feel Bosco just, was Alastor. Bosco did the best. He was Alastor. He really brought that character to life. And unfortunately, the new guy, while, yeah, he does still sound like Bosco, he's just not Alastor to me. He's not Alastor to me. He could be Alastor to somebody else, but he's just not to me.
Just not that guy. He's not him. He's not him.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
He's doing great. He is getting that bag. Respect to King getting their bag, but
Yeah.
So it's just how much focus Alastor gets. Like, if not for Charlie, I bet if Alastor was not in if Alastor wasn't absent for 2 episodes, next to Charlie, he has like the most screen time, and that frustrates me because he doesn't do shit but act all lingering every episode. He's all ooh scary face, and me, I'm just like SpongeBob face when the Dutchman scares him for the umpteenth time.
Yeah.
Lost the appeal after like 2 times, buddy.
Yeah.
But that was it. Thanks once again, love. I love it when we have our discussions and disputes. Everyone loves it too. We're just this is great. I love it. Until next time. I'm working on the Hazbin review. I just got a lot of moving pieces going on IRL, guys. That probably won't come out till May or June, but hey, I like doing these in between.
Right.